Penguins are a group of aquatic flightless birds. They live in almost exclusively in the southern hemisphere, with only one species, the Galapagos penguin, found north of the equator, highly adapted for life in the water. Penguins have counter-shaded dark and white plumage and flippers for swimming. Most penguins feed on krill, fish, squid, and other forms of sea life, which they catch while swimming underwater. They spend roughly half their lives on land and the other half in the sea. Although all penguin species are native to the southern hemisphere, they are not only found in cold climates such as Antarctica. In fact, only a few species of penguin live so far south. Several species are found in the temperate zone, but one species, the Galapagos penguin, lives near the equator. The largest living species is the emperor penguin. On average, adults are about 1.1 meter, 3 feet and 7 inches tall. Among extinct penguins, larger penguins inhabit colder regions, while smaller penguins are generally found in temperate or even tropical climates. Some prehistoric species attained enormous sizes because as tall or as heavy as an adult human. These were not restricted to Antarctic regions. On the contrary, subantarctic regions harbored high diversity, and at least one giant penguin occurred in the region around 2,000 kilometers south of the equator, in a climate decidedly warmer than today. Etymology. The word penguin first appears in the 16th century as a synonym for great auk. When the European explorers discovered what they are today, known as penguins, in the southern hemisphere, they noticed a similar appearance to the great auk of the northern hemisphere and named them after this bird, although they're not closely related. The etymology, the penguin is still debated. The English word is not apparently French, Breton, or Spanish origin, but first appears in English or Dutch. Some dictionaries suggest including Oxford English Dictionary, the American Heritage Dictionary, and the Century Dictionary, and the Merriam-Webster, on the basis that the name was originally applied to the great auk, either because it was found on Whitehead Island in Newfoundland, or because it had white circles around its eyes. An alternative etymology links to the word Latin pingus, which means fat or oil. Support for this etymology can be found in the alternative Greek word for penguin, vetkins or fat goose, and related to the Dutch word vetkins. Adult male penguins are called cocks, females hens. A group of penguins on land is a wattle, and a similar group in the water is a raft. Pinguinus. Since 1871, the Latin word pinguinus has been scientifically classification to the name of the genus of the great auk, which became extinct in the mid-19th century. As confirmed by the 2004 genetic study, the genus Pinguinus belongs to the family of the auks, within the order of the birds currently known as penguins were discovered later, and were so named by the sailors because their physical resemblance to the great auk. Despite this resemblance, however, they're not auks, and they're not closely related to the great auk. They do not belong in the genus Pinguinus, and they're not classified in the same family order as the great auk. They're classified in 1831 by Napoleon, I'm assuming, and I have no idea, in several distinct genera within the family. Systematics and evolution. The number of extant penguin species is debated, depending on which authorities followed. Penguin biodiversity varies between 17 and 20 living species, and all in the subfamily. Some sources consider that the white flippered penguin a separate species, while others treat it as a subspecies of the little blue penguin. The actual situation seems to be more complicated. Similarly, it is still unclear whether the royal penguin is a separate species or merely a color morph of the macaroni penguin. The status of the rockhopper penguin is still unclear. And that is all that I'm going to read for the penguin Wikipedia page. There's many more you can read on if you want to go see it yourself. I apologize for all the talking mistakes. I'm not well educated on how to pronounce penguin names, so I'm sorry, and maybe I can further improve on that in later episodes in this Wikipedia reading series. So